It's the big question that nobody wants to ask, nobody wants to think about, but it is the most important question we all need to think about. And the data that came out of CDC actually may help us out in a pretty substantial way, and that's what I want to point out. Now, I also do have this article right here. I'm going to pop it up in just a second so you can see and read for yourself exactly what this is saying. We're going to talk through the details, the new numbers released out of CDC, and again, that big burning question. In fact, let's talk about the big burning question right here, and then I'm going to pop up the article for you, which is life expectancy. Yeah, none of us want to think about that, but realistically, the number one biggest question we need to ask ourselves when we're thinking about filing for Social Security is, how long do we think we're going to live? Yeah, I know it sounds like the most weird question out there, but that is honestly the most important question we need to be asking ourselves. Anyway, while we let that settle for a second, let's pop up this article right here, right now. Sorry, not to make things a little awkward. Sorry. Didn't try to go down that awkward route here in this video, but unfortunately that is one of the nasty questions we need to think about. Now, here's what's super interesting. In this article right here, it talks about the latest CDC data that was released on the behalf of 2024. Now, here's what's interesting. Yes, we are here in 2026 as I film this video right here, right now. But this CDC data was based on the most recent information collected out of 2024. So yes, obviously it's a little bit older data, but this is the most recent data out of CDC. Here's what they're finding. And again, this may help us better understand exactly, timing on those benefits, because remember, every month that you delay claiming your benefit is going to actually add more to your monthly check, which is honestly good, and that adds up to a lot of extra money throughout the course of your entire life. But here's what they found. Somebody that is at the age of 65 can anticipate to live for another 19.7 years if somebody's at 65. Now, what's interesting about this is when we compare to the 2023 data, so just 1 year earlier, somebody at the age of 65 could anticipate to live for another 19.5 years. So we've actually added 0.2 years just in that time. So we're living a little bit longer. Long story short, we are statistically living a little bit longer according to this CDC data, okay? So somebody that is at 65 can anticipate to live to basically call it 85, right about there, which on average, by the way, that's on average. Obviously, some people will live significantly longer than that, and we know the other side of that story as well, right? But that's just on average. I mean, that's, not bad. Just being real with you, right? I mean, that's pretty cool. That's really, really nice considering, a lot of years ago, it was significantly lower than that, right? It was in like the mid 70s, not that many years ago. So we've really gone up quite a bit, which is really, really exciting. But coming back to Social Security and why this is such a big deal, here's what I want to point out really quickly. And again, this is a whole other topic for another video, but I'm going to throw it out super fast for you really quickly, which is this. Remember, Social Security uses your 35 highest years of income to determine how much of a benefit you're going to be getting, which is what they use to determine your PIA, primary insurance amount. Okay, so they use your 35 highest years of income. Let's just say that you've worked for the last 40 years. Well, they're going to take your 35 highest years of income. Let's just say that you worked for 25 years. Again, they're going to take those 25 years of income, and the other 10 years, they're going to fill in with zeros. Okay, that's just what they do. But they use your highest years of income. Okay, but here's the deal. We also need to understand what is your full retirement age. Now, that's based on your year of birth, okay? You probably understand that, what your fully retirement age is, but anybody born in 1960 or after, as of right now, they may be moving this, your full retirement age is the age of 67. Again, born in 1960 or after, full retirement age 67, okay? You got to understand what your full retirement age is. That's a very important factor. But here's the other part that I want to point out. You can start claiming your benefit, or you can claim your benefit, I should say, as early as the age of 62. You could wait until your full retirement age. You could wait until the age of 70, or anywhere in between. So basically, between 62 and 70 is where virtually every single person files for their benefit, okay? But here's the thing you need to understand. Whatever your full retirement age is, if you claim early, your benefits are going to be reduced for every 1 month that you claim your benefit early. For example, I'm going to throw this out there. There's actually another calculation that goes into this, but I'm just going to give you this because it's a whole other topic for another video. It's a whole big explanation. But just think of it this way. For every 1 month that you file for your benefit before your full retirement age, your benefit will be reduced by 5/9 of 1%. 5/9 of 1% for every 1 month that you claim early. It's about 0.5%. It's actually a little bit less, or a little bit less than 0.5%, but just call it for easy mathematical purposes. For every 1 month that you claim early, your benefit will be reduced by about 0.5%, 5/9 of 1%. Okay. Take that into consideration. It's about 6% a year, okay? That's if you claim early. Now, if you claim right at your full retirement age, no reduction, but there's also no gain. You just get your full PIA, your full primary insurance amount. Not bad, right? Now, here's the other part of this. If you wait until after your full retirement age, you start getting benefits for delaying the claiming of your benefit. In fact, they increase your benefit by 8% per year, or 0.667%, or 2/3 of 1% for every 1 month that you delay your benefit after your full retirement age in what they call delayed retirement credits. Okay, that's another thing. Okay, so it's like a sliding scale. You claim early, you get a reduction. You claim right on your full retirement age, you get the vertical line in the sliding scale, which is just your primary insurance amount. And if you wait after your full retirement age, then you get a benefit, as in an increase to your benefit. Again, of 0.667% for every 1 month that you delay after your full retirement age. Okay, now why do we want to think about this? Well, it all comes back to that big question that I floated before I popped up the article on the screen, which is, how long do we anticipate living? What is our specific life expectancy? And again, that's going to be different for every single person. But based on the CDC data that we can see here that I shared with you in that article, somebody that is 65 can anticipate to live on average another 19.7 years, which is putting somebody right near the age of about 85, which is, I don't know, I think that's, pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty good. That's on average, by the way. Some people live way more than that, and some people don't, but you get my point on that.